Yeah, one time my mom said, you need to get a job. I said, I already have a job. I'm just not getting paid yet.
Basically, I think that, you know, everyone in the world is capable of living outside the role or beyond the roles that they place themselves in, no matter what it is. You know, you're not just a dad, you're not just a banker, you're not just a brother or a son or a convict. It doesn't matter. Like, everyone is bigger, much bigger, infinitely bigger than the roles they place themselves in, and is capable of reaching potential greater than anything they could imagine. Most of the time, people sell themselves short on their goals. If you write down a list,
do you still just sell yourself short sometimes?
Like every day. That's the human condition. You know, we think we have a ceiling when it comes to our potential, and the truth is that there is no ceiling.
I think you gotta have a dream first. You know, for me, it always starts with a dream, because I can go through any adversity when I have a dream, something I'm passionate about. When I'm not excited about something, then I want to give up, or I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I want to go back to thinking about my dream.
Right.
And so I think first we have to figure out what is our dream and go on a journey and a path to achieving that.
I'd always say, I kind of give out the same advice about first being a self-motivator, getting out there, and because there are so many naysayers, there's so many haters, there's so many people that are gonna say you can't do this, there's so many people who love to poke holes in everyone's ideas, that you have to build yourself up every day. You have to be the one to say, no, this idea is brilliant, this will happen, this is gonna, you know, speaking it into existence. You gotta step out there and literally make something out of nothing. Create it if you want it, be it, live it, walk it, generate it.
Do you think that that's one of the keys to success, or it has been for you, just claiming it and speaking it into existence?
Yeah, walking the walk, man, being about it. Even that idea of faking it till you make it. I mean, that's what hip hop was built on. Right. When you think about it, you gotta really step out on it, and when others are gonna say, nah, you can't do it, say, nah, it can be done. It just hasn't been done before, and I'll be the first.
I'm a believer, bro. I see things and I want to make them real. No matter how hard it takes, no matter what obstacles, no matter how many embarrassing meetings I have to imagine is happening when I leave. Doesn't matter. I'm a doer and a freaking make it happener.
Look, everyone has a problem with time, but the day has 24 hours and we sleep 6. Now, I know there's some out there that say, whoa, I need 8. Well, I say just sleep a little faster, because the bottom line is we have 6 hours of sleep, 24 hours are available, so you have 18 hours now available to your work, your family, your hobbies, and also to learn something new or to do something new, which could easily be that you want to learn a new language, or that you want to read as a New Year's resolution, I have to read a book every week, or you say, I'm gonna go and reshape my body. So you're gonna go and take this hour out of your schedule and say, I'm gonna train an hour every day. So this is, for most people, a huge challenge, but it is totally doable, I can tell them, because the kind of things that I did when I came to this country, I mean, I went to school, I was working in construction, I was working out my 5 hours a day, I was taking acting classes from 8 o'clock at night to 12 midnight, I was doing all of those things. I wanted to make sure that out of the 24 hours of the day, that I don't waste one single hour. Those hours were too precious. And so there I just want to tell people, don't give me this thing, I have a difficult time with the time and I don't have time for this and I don't have that. You have time, you make the time.
Dopamine is the feeling that you found something you're looking for, or that you accomplished something you set out to accomplish. So you know that feeling you get when you cross something off your to-do list? That's dopamine. Feels awesome. You know when you have a goal to hit and you achieve that goal, you're like, yes! You feel like you've won something, right? That's dopamine. The whole purpose of dopamine is to make sure that we get stuff done, right? The historical reason for dopamine, we would never eat if we only waited until we got hungry, because there's no guarantee that we would find food. So dopamine exists to help us go looking for food. We get dopamine when we eat, which is one of the reasons we like eating. And so when you see something that reminds you of something that feels good, we want to do the behavior that helps us get that feeling, right? So let's say you're out there going for a walk and you see an apple tree in the distance. You get a small hit of dopamine. And then what it does is it focuses us on our goals. And now we start walking towards the apple tree. And as the apple tree starts to get a little bigger, we feel like we're making progress. You get another little shot of dopamine and another little shot of dopamine until you get to the tree and you're like, yes! Okay? This is why we're told you must write down your goals. Your goals must be tangible. There's a biological reason for that. We're very, very visually oriented animals. You have to be able to see the goal for it to biologically stay focused, right? If you don't write down your goals, if you can't see your goals, it's very hard to get motivated, to get inspired.
One of the greatest enemies of fulfillment of purpose is procrastination and broken focus. If you start now and you say 365 days from today's date, this is what I want to accomplish, and you do one a day, Paul said, focus. This one thing I do, I'm focusing. You do one a day. At the end of 1 year, you will have made 365 steps towards fulfillment of purpose.
Have a vision for why you're studying so hard. Because you're going to be working really hard when you study. You know, some nights you're going to be working really hard, getting really exhausted. You have to keep the ultimate vision in mind of why you're doing all this stuff. Never lose sight of that. That's really important.